morning. It's day 5, Wednesday, June 3rd. Last night was kind of crazy. We got into the tent early because the bugs were so bad, and I gotta redo this because there's a tree in the way.
Oh, really?
Last night's recap, we got into the tents early. There was still daylight because the bugs were so bad. And lo and behold, we got greeted with as either a whippoorwill or a mockingbird posing as a whippoorwill. But as Nick demonstrated, I mean, all night long. Like, Nick, by the grace of the good Lord, he conked out, didn't seem bothered by it, but I could not go to bed until somewhere between 11 and midnight. And then later that night, we were greeted with a hoot owl. I heard that. So I didn't get that great of sleep. I think Nick slept better than I did. But anyways, we're going to finish up the Kentucky Trail today. We're going to see Catawba Overlook again, Koger Arch, and we should wind up somewhere right around Princess Falls on the next section. Should be between 16 and 17 miles, so hopefully our bodies can hold up. I'm praying for our bodies. Let's do this. I've fallen behind Nick, and he so graciously created this arrow to tell me to head right towards Nancy Graves' school site. What a great hiking partner.
I am hearing that whining. We just watched a bear kill a deer.
I saw the deer, I didn't see the bear, but good. Hopefully the camera just picked that up. Good. Hopefully the camera just picked that up. So I was just leaving the creek. I was getting ready to actually put my headphones in, which is very ironic, and I hear this, well, we both hear this just shrill screaming, and at first I thought it was like a child, and then I asked Nick, and he was like, "Is that a bear?" He's like, "Yeah." And then I step closer towards him, and I see the deer being dragged out of the creek by its neck. A black bear. Like, I thought black bears ate berries and shrubs. Like, I only thought grizzlies were the big predators. It must be desperate for food. Gosh, I'm like petrified right now. Like, I don't even know what to say. So anyways, just instant reaction going on right here. I'm not listening to music until we get off this mountain. We just got done with a gnarly climb. Our bodies are hurting a bit, and now we got this nice blazing road walk to bake our filth in even more. Welcome back to Koger Arch. Let's see how it looks in June rather than March. This is what we would have had to have crossed if we didn't take this road walk detour. I think Nick is very wise because that's still way too deep, even with the river being so low. Just some final thoughts for the day as we're wrapping up the road section and then the last mile of trail. If there's a lesson that I feel like I've learned today, there's like 3 phrases or 3 words that come to mind. One of them is diligence, the other one is self-control, and the last one is thinking of others more of the time than thinking of yourself. So with diligence, today's the first day that I feel like the entire day I was mindful and conscious of how every single step of my feet were moving to make sure that I didn't twist anything or come up on a root or a rock. And I definitely still have pain in my feet, but in terms of the long amount of time that I've been able to go without just like searing pain, today's been the best, which is great. Another thing is my wife, who is a nurse, told me that I can bump up my daily amount of ibuprofen I'm consuming, so that helps a lot too. With self-control, I actually have not looked at the map on my phone at all today, and that, hold on just a second. That was a car, about got hit. I haven't touched the map at all today, which made the time go by quicker. If you ever long distance hike, it's going to be a rude awakening when you find out how big the earth is and how small you are, and what amount of time that feels like, man, I should have hiked like a mile or 2, and you only go like a quarter of a mile. Like, you got to find other things to keep you busy, which leads me to my third thing, thinking about others more than yourself. So I could be focusing on my pain, which I've done. It's been a struggle, but I have tried to take time throughout the day to like think about my loved ones, pray for them, like think about and pray for Nick's health and his body, and I find that that makes the time go by easier. So just some tips if you all ever long distance hike that can help your experience. Overall, it's been a great day. I might have a little more closing thoughts as we go along this evening when we get to camp. That's where we're headed. Cumberland Falls, 33.3 miles. Feels short compared to the 85 plus we put under our legs so far. Alright, we're at camp for the night. We're just up above Negro Creek on section 33. We had a really tough time trying to find a site. We were hoping to find one right past Lick Creek. Didn't work, so we had to keep climbing. But that turned today into, I tried to do the math, a 17.88 mile day, so really close to 18 miles. Overall, my feet felt better than they had, except towards just the very end of the day they were starting to hurt, so that's promising. I'm still, I think the highlight of the day, because we've seen, at least for me, we've seen pretty much everything on this section before. That bear encounter still just baffles me. So if anyone, any of you know why an adult black bear would like sneak up predatorial and like snatch up a deer by its neck and kill it, other than protecting its young, please let me know, let us know, because it's kind of frightening. I had a moment where like I was putting in my headphones while that was happening, and then after the fact I was like, Samuel, you're getting comfortable in the woods, and that bear just made you realize, like, you know, you don't call the shots here, like you're just passing through, like nature still is in charge, and that let me know very quickly. So I hope that I don't have any nerves going to bed tonight. So hopefully we'll sleep good, our bodies will heal, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It's day 6, Thursday, June 4th. Last night I had some mild paranoia after the bear encounter the previous day. There were coyotes that were howling and maybe growling, I don't know. Yeah, like that. And then I kept hearing twigs snap and frogs were going nuts, but finally closed my tent door, and then I heard a hoot owl. Maybe this clip will pick up the audio, and that's the owls sort of like calm me down, because with owls I think about wisdom or something. I don't know, I like owls, they comfort me. Anyways, after that I finally did get to sleep and slept okay. Today we are finishing up section 33. We're going to pass by Yahoo Falls. Campground is to be determined, and then we're going to hit the 100-mile mark for the trip, which is mind-boggling to think that our feet and our legs have traveled us 100 miles. Is just astounding. It's an accomplishment, so we're taking that with a little high and shot in the arm, so we'll see what today holds. Welcome to Yahoo Falls, largest waterfall in the state of Kentucky. here's part of my garb. Nick's got his equipment on. We just trudged through a thunderstorm. Everything is tropical now. Let it be said that we went this is the 6th day, and we didn't have rain until almost noon, so we don't have much to complain about, but still it was a quick awakening. It's like, oh my gosh, it's time to get wet. So hopefully we'll dry off. That'll be the only shower of the day. Well, we're at Highway 27. It's a pretty active road. We have to cross it, so I hope everything turns out safely. Flat Rock Missionary Baptist Church. I know that you've had hikers stay in your parking lot before. I hope you don't mind that we use your picnic table for two poor wayfaring strangers. So we've had to hunker down in the tent because it's raining, gear is everywhere, food is in the lap, wet clothes are in the corner. It's a freaking mess right now. Disgusting clothes are right here. You probably can hear that rain, but we're already bunkered under our tents for the night. It wound up being a 15.81 mile day. We're near the Barren Fork on section 30. Man, this is probably the lowest day for me so far. First true day of hiking multiple hours in the rain with wet gear. And I knew I signed up for this, but it wasn't very fun. I bent a tent stake. And we're not in a very good spot right now where we're camping, and my body is just suffering. So I'm really hoping I can sleep tonight and I can have a better frame of mind tomorrow. If there is a lesson for day 6, which is today, it is accepting things in life that you can't control. In this case, I couldn't control the rain, so I could have chosen to not let it bother me or let it bother me. And unfortunately I caved, and I didn't have a very good day because of it. But in the future with life and on this trip, I hope that I can be able to accept that some things are out of my control, and I just got to live with it and make the most of the day. Nick did a better job of that today than me. Props to him. So anyways, let's hope this tent holds up and there's no rain. See y'all tomorrow.